initially came to New Zealand. So that's a question that I think would be nice if we all knew. And I'm not quite sure who's going to answer that first. Because there are others that have passed away that may have come in between. So we're just going to ask if one of these three have the information that we will be able to go away with. And it's really good for all you younger generation to know as well. I'm doing this because if anything happens to these ladies who have the information, you now will have it, right? I do know how my mother came originally, but I'd like to let the aunties speak on behalf of their generation, the first generation to New Zealand.
First of all, thank you, Terry. Thank you, all of you. Much appreciate your love, your support, because we can't do anything without you. We were really happy. All of you see us today in our chairs, because we never thinking of we can reach this day of our life, get together with all our grandchildren, nieces and nephews, great-grandchildren, and your husband and your wife. I'm very happy. Thanks God for life, giving to us to get together. All this year you arrange it, and so all we can say, thank you very much for your love, coming and support. Thank you very much for the money. Much appreciate helping us, because we can't do anything without it. Thank you for the Terry's children for cooking. Thank you so much for helping. And thanks God for the life giving for three of us. We are the youngest of the family here. All our older sister, Auntie Lema, Uncle Stuart, Auntie Palolo, Uncle Billy, Uncle Terry, Uncle Dusty. I wish they reach this time we get together today. And granddad and grandma, they buried in Samoa. They must be with us on our reunion this week. Thanks God for the weather giving to us. Probably pray for us. They're happy we are here and get together. And which one needs to you have to know, I come in New Zealand about 1960. Auntie Lema brought me here. Thank you, sis, and the family for helping me. And it's about 48 years I live in New Zealand. I live more years here than I live in Samoa. I came from Samoa when I was 21. Now I'm 70-year-old now, getting old back. And still looking after all of you. Thanks God for my life. and my sisters here. And I'll pass the phone over to Auntie Siataga and Auntie Lema to say something. Then I get married. The young man, Suaaraisa Kaisa, 1963. Then I had 6 children, 4 Peter, Etelina, Agnes, and Teresa. You all know their names. And I lost one son, 5-year-old, 5 months old, Joseph Kaisa. Yeah, that's me. I'll pass the phone over to my sister. Thank you.
Kia ora talofa. I'm Siataga, and I'm number 12 from the top to the bottom of the family. And I'm happy all the families here. This is my first time on the stage here and say something. I'm happy to see all the generation of the family. And I'm going to say, I'm only the one in Samoa. It is stuck in Samoa and look after the parents. And some sister, brothers, their children. These 2 hands raise up them. I haven't got any husband or family that time. All my big sister, brothers, they come over here to New Zealand and leave me, only me at home to look after our parents. And some children raise up. What else? That's where Siataga is. To give some good thing for the family. And I miss them all much. And 1975, and my loved sister Lemalie, the biggest one, big sister of ours, she fixed up everything, paid our fare, my 2 children. We came over here to New Zealand for a break. So I bought 2 children in Samoa. That was Peter and Junior. Then we came here and stayed at my sister's place for 2 years. Raised up the other twin babies. Born here in Auckland, 1975. 76, that was Yvonne. She's up at Wellington. And Johnny's here. She's the youngest of the family. And now what I'm going to say, it's really hard to say something. That's what, because it's happy, it's gone now, but now it's sad coming now. Here everyone's going home. When is the other day we can see each other, the family together, generation. The kids grow up, they know each other, where are you from, who's this, who's this, who's this. That's what I really, very happy, but it's sad everyone's going home now. But the next time, please come over here again and enjoy yourself. But the words I always say, don't worry, be happy. Thank you.
Talofa. My name is Suaaraisa Lemalie Tiedemann Siataga. So I'm 59 years now. I'll be 60 next year. And I'm thinking of what I'm going to do for my 60th birthday. As you know, I'm the youngest in the family. I got 6 kids, 3 daughters and 3 boys, from 40 to 31. Samuel was born here in 77 in Christchurch. That's my youngest son. But before I move to that, I should say something that I can remember from home, with growing up at home in Samoa with our parents. I'm sorry you can see us cry, but this is sad to say. As I said to my kids, to say hello, then you have fun and see us try to entertain ourselves, but inside our heart we were thinking of the last moments when we say goodbye to everybody. But last night I prayed the Lord to give me some strength so I can stand in front of you and say some few words of goodbye to everybody. As you know, I live in Sydney now, but I always come here. It doesn't matter whose funeral or birthday, I always travel. I have to come and see my family here. But now, as you know, I'm going to go back next week. At least, I'm so sorry. I have to make up the time to know everybody here. That's why I come to the reunion. And I said to my daughters, I think I can't make it because, as you know, I just lost James about 2 months. And my heart is still in Australia with him. But I had to get up and come and see who are my nephews and nieces and the other generation are, because when our life is short, we don't know what's going to happen tonight or tomorrow. So I had to travel. So I was the last one to come on the weekend because I had to be strong to come and represent my boys that they can't make it to here, to the reunion. Sam, James and Fred and Linda, but we traveled with Laura and the 2 boys from Sydney. Florence was there about a week, then they came first with Chanel. But I had to have here to say something. In 1967, in August, I got married to Suaaraisa Tiedemann from Apia. And in 1968, my mom passed away just before I had Laura, a week before I had her. And I remember my father came in on Sunday morning and he said to me, I got a name for the girl, because I was waiting for my father to come in the hospital to give me a name for my first child. That's how Laura was named, just after our mom passed away in a week. And then I had 5 kids in Samoa, born in Samoa, but as you know what Sotanga was saying, we grew up in a Samoan life. I have worked, me and Pengu and Sotanga, we had to work for our family. to support not only our parents but Suaaraisa. Suaaraisa never worked that time. Becky was sick, so me and Siataga had to share our time and our money for our family at home. So I lived in Lema. Siataga and Suaaraisa lived in Tanungamanono. Then Palolo moved there. I forgot, Richard, 1 year was your mom moved there, and then we had a nice family. Palolo, Siataga, and Suaaraisa lived in Tanungamanono, and me and Pengu and my children still lived in Lema. And in 1974, my father passed away in May. Then Lema came to the funeral. That's when she saw us doing the job of taking our kids down to either Tanungamanono or Apia to Pengu's mother to babysit while we worked. Then she talked to us about moving us overseas. Then I said, well, we'll see what's going to happen. But that same year, our dad passed away in May. So Lema came round and she decided to help us with $500 to make up our fare. And then I said to her, me and Pengu got, we'll put it in to make it up. And then we moved. In that same year, we moved here on the 22nd of December, and we lived with Lema. So all our memories now I have to thank because Lema is not here, but I've got Lema's children here, Terry, and for the great effort your mom was doing too, not only, but I can see everyone moved here with her help, and that's how family grow up, and I want our family to be the same way. We had a tough life with our mom. We called her Hitler. As I said to Suaaraisa, I'm so glad I never get a hiding. Never. Because I was spoiled. I was the youngest one. I can see how hard the girls' life were. They always get a hiding. And I was the first one to run for my life to my uncle's house behind. And that's how we were brought up. And I want your families to be the same thing. We were so close at home as brothers and sisters and our cousins, and we don't want to lose that. It's part of our life because we were the last one to move from home, and so we had a happy family. Our parents were ministers for few villages in Samoa, and I was the only one born in Tanungamanono, and I'm the only Apia girl. Everyone was born from the back, the back, and I'm the only one that was born in our family in Apia. And I'm so proud of that too. And what I remember of my father and mom, my dad is such a humble man. He's never angry. He's never he never hit or smack. It doesn't matter how hard, how angry he was. He never see his face or trying to hit somebody. But our mother's doing the job, We're not allowed to cut our hair. We all had long hair. So she can grab us from behind. That's her weapon. That's how I can see the life we were in. But even that, in hard life, we were so happy to be close to our sisters and family. As you know, Samoa life is very poor. We can have, lucky if we go with a lunch to school. I never go with a lunch to school. I go with a selengi means 10 cents. And me and my cousins share that. We go under a breadfruit and sit down. One half loaf is 1 sispengi, means 5 cents of bread, and 5 cents means 5 senge butter. Then we have, that's our lunch. We save the money until we come back from school, because everyone's looking at us. No lunch. You know, you're lucky if you have a lunch to take. So I'm so glad I'm looking at you here. You're so lucky. You know, you've got money to take, you've got lunches to make, same as you kids. So you should think back of the life where we come from. Yeah, our parents, your parents, we had a hard time, you know, like it's too many of us. We have a Suaaraisa in the morning, and then we have a Suaaraisa at night. So lucky if you got a fish in your plate. The older people eat the fish from the herrings. The young ones have the soup, you know. Yeah, I think that's what you want to hear. So we had a hard life. We were brought up in a hard life. So I want your families to know where we come in. So I'm still thinking of what to say. So Terry and the girls, my older Terry's not too far away from me. And Annette and Lisbeth, we used to write to each other. And when I was in Samoa College, and now I can see all of us grow up together. She said to me, it's hard to call me auntie. That's what Elizabeth, she used to call me. No, auntie, you're too young, you're nearly our age. But now I'm older than them. Hey, Terry? Yeah. So now, my last words, I have to thank all my family. Terry and your family, your children, I can see the hard job you've been through all this week. I have to thank my nephews and nieces, Neba, Annette, and your families, my in-laws. And I'm so glad to see you. You know, my heart was beating when I saw you come, you know, like, and the Kaisers, Paul and Peter, probably Theo's gone home. Yeah, you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. You know, it's sad to say goodbye, but the cameras, I miss your mom so much. Because we used to grow up together when she came back home. Me and Siataga and her, we had a good time. Then I left. She was still there with Siataga when we came overseas. So I can't remember what time Palolo moved back here. And so as Siataga. Now, I'm so glad, and I love you all. God bless. Thank you. I'm very sorry. There's one thing I missed. To tell you, I'm a twin in a family of all of us, about 14 kids. And my twin sister in Samoa, she's the only one in Samoa with her family and husband. And the other thing, I'll thank you for my brothers, Uncle Billy, Uncle Stuart, and especially Auntie Lema and Uncle Terry, Uncle Tassie. I'm very spoiled when I come here. Always looking after me. I move around every family here, and they look after me. And I look after the kids too, their children. They all know. And thank you for your coming, and I do hope you enjoy yourself. And God bless when we finish tonight. Drive safely home and carry on until we get together. Probably another couple of years. If you want to, we can sort it out later. All right? Because the life is short, eh? Maybe another couple of years, maybe one auntie's left. A short life. Maybe me tomorrow. Yeah, right. Okay, thank you very much. And God bless all of you. And if you enjoy yourself, thanks a lot.